My household was really wholesome, I'd say. I had my mom remarried when I was 6 years old. So I've always had a father. He was even around before they got married. So I've always had two parents, which is unique because I was raised around people in my neighborhood who didn't have two parents. I'd say the difficulties were there, but even just like things like being below the poverty line, I'm able to look back on them and realize, how we were living now. But in that time, it didn't really seem, as horrid or such a bad thing. My biological father, I do know him and have a relationship with him, and a lot of my childhood he spent going in and out of incarceration. And summers, I would go back to Chicago to spend with my family on that side, and with him from time to time when he was out. And I think that I was just, I was kind of just led by that kind of. I thought it was cool, my dad, just this gangsterism, I kind of fell into that. And first criminal behavior I ever had, I was 16 and just a small amount of marijuana. But as you know, most people know, smoking marijuana puts you in a certain atmosphere, a certain community of people. Actually, I caught a weapons case in 2016. I was already on something called EJJ probation in Minneapolis for aiding and abetting an armed robbery. Yep. And I was on EJJ for that for 3 years, and then I violated that for getting caught with a weapon. And yep, I was sentenced to 60 months, Department of Corrections, stayed with 40 months stayed, so I got out with 24 months of probation. I was just released June 11, 2020. So I was kind of just floating again, kind of getting caught up in that lifestyle, and Ujamaa Place was introduced to me actually through my probation officer, Ramsey County, Darrell White. He introduced me to Otis Zanders and Darnell Baker one day. And they told me about their program, Ujamaa Place, and they told me that Ujamaa is a Swahili word for family. And initially I was real skeptical, man, because to me it seems just like another program that wants some of my time just so I could sign a paper and get out of there. But Darnell Baker actually became my life coach shortly after. And the way he communicated to me, he steered me right. I lived in Coon Rapids, so he steered me right to Anoka Technical College as far as being able to acquire my basic welding certificate. I was new to working, to be honest. Like, I'd never had a real job, and I didn't know if I was able to commit to that just because of my unwillingness to be honest. But he coaxed me into going through a temp service to get a job. Shortly after, I was hired to a plastic injection company called Steinwall in Coon Rapids. I was working there overnights and going to school during the day, so I was pretty busy. But Darnell Baker came to my house and met my family. And I think that was really significant, cornerstone to our relationship, actually. Just him getting that approval from my family and making himself present. He makes sure I'm up in the morning. He calls in the morning. Well, he used to. I'm always up now. But when I first came home, he would call every morning. He'd make sure I ate breakfast. He'd ask me how many push-ups I did, things like that. He'd just stay on top of not just guiding me in a way of educational or social status. He would also stay on top of me just physically and mentally as a man, just keeping me intact with myself and helping me understand how knowing Cedric better helps Cedric understand how he can be a better person for everybody else. Because if I don't know Cedric, then, I'm no good to my community or anybody else. I think that aspect of it, to be honest, was for me the game changer as far as this being a program and a brotherhood. Because to me, my Ujamaa men, they're all my brothers. We all communicate daily, and I think that that's important because in our communities, I think we become accustomed to attaching ourselves to things because of that aspect. You want to feel a part of something. I recently acquired home, I acquired a home to rent through a Beyond Backgrounds program that Ujamaa Place also offers. And I think that I have 2 children, and I think that Ujamaa Place, they emphasize on me being present in their lives and being a father, being a son, being an active citizen in my community. So before that, the hopelessness of not knowing just what I would do for dinner, or where we would live in the next 6 months, coming off a pandemic and having kids and being fresh out of prison. I think those things alone, being fresh out of prison, aside from the pandemic, it's hard. It's definitely hard. And without Ujamaa Place, without the guidance of the mentors there and the brotherhood, the camaraderie, I don't think that I would have had the confidence or the understanding as far as how to progress into who I've become now through Ujamaa Place.